Hi, everyone. Happy Friday, and time to find love. Love for yourself, love for the world, love for each other. Let's today decide to come from a place of love because that is where the greatest healing happens. And if there's nowhere for you to direct that outward, always remember to love yourselves. That's the message. Okay. Um, but I think there's always a way to direct it outward. All right. All right. So anyway, and I'm hearing animals. So a lot of you do work with animals or just your animal magnets. So, All right. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. All right. Speaking of which, speaking of animals, let's go to our Colette Baron Reed Spirit Animal Pocket Ally deck. Let's see what's going on there today. I've already asked and said my prayers for healing and wellness and for all in the collective, for people in general, and for the clearest possible messages for the collective. Make me a channel, make me an instrument of your divine will. Guide and direct me in all ways. Help me to know what the collective needs to know. Help me to know what the collective needs to hear. Guide my words, thoughts, actions, in all ways and all directions of time. Thank you, God. Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, Mother and Father God. Thank you, Archangels, Ascended Masters, Spirit Guides, and Guardians. Protectorate. Thank you. Let's do this. All right, here we go. All right, we got two. Oh, Nightingale Spirit and Dove Spirit. Is there a third? One more? They want me to get one more? We'll see about one more. It's usually never just one more. All right. One more, please. It was one more. Okay. Oh, and it's one that I just adore. Okay, so we've got Nightingale Spirit. And look at the message. Love is all around. That's the message on the card. Also, Nightingale, just because of nurses at one point were called Nightingale service. Anyway, but so that always makes me think of healing, physical healing. So, but right now, and it's sitting on an old speaker from an old record player. That means, in my mind, and what I'm looking at right now, remember to speak from a place of compassion and love today. Okay? Try to remember that. We have a dove. Hold on. Oh, and it says be peace. So we have a dove of peace. And then we have frog spirit. I love frogs so much. And they are, in my experience, whenever I see frogs in meditation or journey or just in general, it always reminds me to, well, again, it goes back to singing your song and speaking from a place of peace and love. But it's that's the biggest message here. But also, just for me personally, I just think they are so joyful and they're cute. So remember to allow peace, joy, and happiness into your life. Okay? You can turn away peace, love, and happiness just by your thoughts and your actions. Speak clearly from a place of love. Speak clearly from a place of peace. And sing your song, even if you croak while you do it. And I don't mean like croak in the, crossing over croak. I mean like that's an old word in that way. But I mean, even if you feel like you don't have a good singing voice, it's okay to sing your song. All right. What a lovely spread. What a lovely group of cards. So today is a day to be gentle with yourself, gentle with others, or surround yourself with gentle energies, okay? Yeah, surround yourself with gentle energies and don't be afraid to sing your song of truth from a place of love and compassion. Also, with that, what was it? It's like every time I think the thought, it just jumps out of my head. So maybe I'm not supposed to say that yet. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Spirit. I guess I am. And when you're singing this song of yours or stating your affirmations, make sure that you talk kindly about and to yourself. Very important to talk kindly, gently to yourself. All right, so I am going to, you know what? The Vice Versa Tarot, little mini pocket. Yeah, I'm a little shaky. I've already had a little bit of coffee, and yeah. All right, so let's get to this. Let's see what messages we have for the collective today on this Friday. On this Friday, what message do we have for the collective? All right. This one, I want it to come out. I'm going to put my glasses on for this. All right. Now, and it's the Nine of Cups. But because this is the Vice Versa deck, it will, it has images on the front and the back from each perspective. If you were looking out or looking inward, you know, that kind of thing. And I always, just as a heads up, hi, I'm Holly. Welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you. This one. Okay. Yeah. And that one. No. Yeah. All right. And we need one more, please. One more for the culminating card in this instance. This 4 came out. Oh, yeah. Getting back to it. Thank you for being here. Hello. Happy Friday. My name is Holly, psychic medium, old-fashioned energy reader. I use cards of any kind as a jumping off point because this is a general reading, so please understand that. It's a general reading. I'm hearing a message of your healing, health, and wellness is up to you. You are responsible for your own personal healing, health, and wellness. So that might sound like a tough love message, but I think it's actually a positive message for me to hear because it puts you in the driver's seat. It puts you in control of your health, wellness, and your destiny. If you are waiting for someone else to tell you what to do, it's almost like you're abdicating your sense of authority. So you can decide what is going to work for you and what will not work for you in your life. And I'm also hearing that that will actually engender respect among those who are around you. You could serve as an example. You may give them the courage and the strength to say, I'm going to go ahead and do what I need to do for me as well. It will also, this is a new take on this, it will also anyone who might try to, someone who might mistake your kindness for weakness. That's a good phrase. That's a good old one. Someone who might mistake your kindness for weakness will not when you start taking control of your own destiny, your own life, your own health, and your own wellness. Just remember that. All right? Yeah. I think that's the energetic vibe of the day. Thank you, Spirit. Be careful of your self-talk. You have the ability to take control of your health and wellness and your life, your destiny. Everyone has free will. You have free will. You don't have to listen to me or watch this or anything. It's all you. Okay? And yeah. So people who might mistake kindness for weakness will realize you're just being kind, nowhere near weak. Good for you. All right, so the Vice Versa Tarot. Let's see what we've got. We start with the Nine of Cups. And this is the back. This is what that kingly looking guy is looking at from his balcony. Feeling safe and secure. Someone is observing you. That's what I'm getting from that. I'm hearing that very clearly because I'm like, okay, that's pretty. What do we do with that? Someone is observing you. And they don't know how to take you. They don't know what's going on with you. And maybe that has something to do with that don't mistake kindness for weakness thing. Okay. Then we go into the I don't know what this is. I'll be honest. I just don't. I think this is the. Is this the. Y'all, I don't even know. I think this is the knight without a horse. Yeah, this is the Knight of Swords. And we're looking at his back. I don't think it's the page. It could be, but I don't think it is. I think this is the knight because there's a little helmet in the bottom. And also, this reminds me of Star Wars and a lightsaber. We're going to come back to that. Okay. And also seeing someone from behind is the knight. Or I guess that could be the page. But again, doesn't look like a page. Doesn't look that young. Page of Wands. And that fire energy with the staff. This is what the front looks like. This is what the back looks like. Again, we've got two action, I almost said action figures. Got to be amused at yourself at the least. But we've got these two action cards. I almost said it again. Action beings. Beings of action, thought and passion and fire. But we're seeing them from the back. So someone's watching, and it could be you watching what's happening outside of you and deciding when to take action, or that you're walking away. But I don't think so. I feel like this is, if you're in the it's okay, Meredith. It's your toy, honey. She's protecting her toy. So if you are in the collective and this resonates, and this may not resonate with you at all this time, but if it does resonate, I feel like somebody is watching, biding their time, and deciding when to say or do what. They're not ready yet. They're not ready to make that leap, but they're watching. They're watching. I just keep getting watching. All three of those first cards. And then we have the King of Swords. And this is very clearly a king. And on the back you see the flowing robes and lightning. And this is a very powerful king. Okay? So we've got the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords, and in the middle we have the Knight of Wands. We also have the Nine of Cups to start. Okay, and then the last one, this is the Queen of Pentacles. This is the Queen, and that's how it came. That's if we're looking at her back. But this is the Queen of Coins. And she has an antler crown, but that looks like a falcon or a hawk of some kind on her headdress. Okay? All right. So everything was more masculine energy with the first four cards, but then we end with this queen. Stable, completely solid queen. So whomever this is in your life, whomever this, let me get these in order here for you. Whomever this is, who is full of passion, full of fire, but also very smart and very almost calculatingly smart. Oh, I think it's a word. And making decisions about what to do, making the calculations of what to do and what to choose. Those are all masculine energies. Well, you can't control anyone. That person's going to do what they want to do in their own time frame. But I feel like this, and again, you could reverse the genders on this. It doesn't matter what the genders are. It's the energies of the card. But I'm seeing two distinctly different energies. One energy in the first four, and then this energy. And I feel like this represents more of the collective. Okay? So you are thoroughly committed to your wellness and stability. You know who you are, you know where you're going, and right now you're just, you have your protectors around you. For some reason, that bird on the antler headdress, that makes me feel like this is a reading about you and your strength and stability. You will not be moved. And whomever this is from the first 4 cards, they know that. What I'm hearing is someone's going to have to up their game. Someone's going to have to... Okay, help me out, Spirit. I want to be really specific with this. Someone is watching you, and someone is about to up their game or change the way they view or do things, or they are formulating. This is a planner. Someone is formulating something and formulating a plan that you don't know anything about, but it doesn't matter because ultimately you're in your stability, you're in your safety, and you're protected. So it doesn't feel like this, it doesn't feel like, I know I'm all jittery and shit. I only had 1 egg this morning and too much coffee, so I guess I'm a little paying the price. Sorry if I'm jittery. But this person that embodies this, King of Swords energy, I don't feel like it's manipulative and any kind of manipulation is never good, but it's not someone who is trying to thwart your plans, or it's not someone who has bad intentions. This does not feel like anything that is concerning in terms of your wellness, stability, safety. It doesn't feel like a user at all, but it does feel like a planner. It feels like someone who lives in their head. This person is making decisions and not including you in the decision process. But that's okay. Once everything comes to light, that's when you decide, if you haven't decided already. Okay? So I find it interesting that this card for the collective, the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, is definitely sort of a solitary entity. This is a solitary entity too, the King of Swords. But that King of Swords has a lot of facets of the personality. Let's see if we can get some clarification. Yeah. All right, let's get some clarification on that, because it doesn't feel complete to me. That reading does not feel complete to me. So let's complete it out and draw it out to its the next step in this. We never reach the conclusion. We always just kind of go to the next step. I'm going to use the mini gilded royale. No, just the gilded tarot. Yeah, just gilded tarot. Okay. Little mini. This is what the back looks like. All right. So Mother and Father God, with that reading for the collective today, and if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, then, try not to make it fit. Okay, that's just psychic and mediumship rule number 1. If something that you're saying is not resonating with your client or the person you're reading for, don't try to make it fit. You're getting what you're getting for a reason, and maybe they're not at the point where they know. This one says to take it. Okay. So, it'll make sense when it needs to make sense. Particularly if you're doing kind of a predictive reading instead of a current energies reading. I am trying to be right in the current energies with a little bit of a predictive spin on it. Okay. So the one that was jumping out at me that just started doing that vibrating thing, and while I was shuffling, and I'm like, I need to take that card. When I turned it over, it is yet again something from the sword suit. So, yeah, this is the Ace of Swords. And it has a Dove of Peace. So whatever's going, God, I'm sorry, I'm so jittery. I think a little too much coffee. But it's so good. All right, and I haven't had that much in a long time. That's probably why. All right, so the Dove of Peace, second time we've seen Dove of Peace. So whatever is happening, whatever is coming from a place of, I feel like, okay, thank you. So the decisions being made that you're not aware of right now are coming from a place of compassion, peace, and a loving energy. Okay, that dove of peace is really significant throughout this entire reading so far. Ace of Swords, yeah, the decision has been made clear. The decision has been made clear. All right, and we are asking for clarification for the vice versa reading, tarot reading. And we got, oh, this one just landed in my lap. Okay. All right, let's just keep going, and then I'll show you what we've got. So what is the clarification? What is the clarification, please, for the last card reading? All of this is for clarification, please. Thank you. Clarification, please. Clarification. Want me to know what that means. Clarification. And Spirit, step in anytime. Help me out. I don't want to get it wrong. And I just heard there is no wrong and there is no right. There is personal knowledge, wisdom, and interpretation. So you are a big part of this in terms of how, that's why I hold the cards up so you can see them. Because you will also be able to discern, use your own discernment in what it means for you. All right, I'm not getting another one from this deck. I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're going to see about using the Thelema mini, because I still want another clarification on the current two cards I have down. And I haven't shown you one for a reason, because I want to make sure I have the whole story. That card. Okay. All right. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Now I'm hearing it loud and clear. Someone has made a decision about something in his or her life, and they finally got the message, almost like an epiphanal message. Wow. Okay. So someone finally is stepping out of their head, because they're finally coming to grips and terms with information and their feelings and what's going on. And they realize that they're brokenhearted. So someone around you is dealing with very hurt feelings. Okay. That's innate to that person. So this person is going through very hurt feelings, and you can always reverse this, okay? And again, the genders really don't matter, but it's there is someone who is dealing with a heartache, okay? They realize, what I'm hearing is they realize what they've done. They realize that they've been shutting themselves down and walling off. And when I asked for clarification from a different deck, the Page of Cups came out. The Page of Cups, the beginning of understanding of what they really need and what they've been denying themselves from within their own lives and without. Yeah, someone has been, this is the walling off, the hoarding, the afraid to give. Four of Pentacles. And I understand that you're worried about your safety and security, not you, but whomever this is about. Worried about safety, security, being used, or I'm hearing the word belittled. So this person may be worried about like not feeling good enough within their own life. So they're, whomever this is may not feel good enough in his or her own life, and therefore is worried that they will be treated poorly. And that's why they keep denying themselves, and they're living with this broken heart. They're starting to finally come out with the Page of Cups. They're finally starting to come out of it and realize if they hold back, then they can't have more, do more. They want me to compare it to an investment. It's like if you sit on your little treasure chest rather than taking a couple of coins out and maybe investing it and seeing what comes back to you, or using it for things that will make you happy and the people you love happy. Yes, you want to take care of yourself. Yes, you want to have stability and security, but you also got to live your life. You've got to be happy. And if you're not happy, then all you see is the lack, or the potential lack, even though you don't have that in your life. except when you create it. And yeah, I'm not talking about exactly finances, because I know it's hard. I get it. It's hard. And it's always like, is there going to be enough? Do you have enough? And trust me, I get that. But this feels like it's more of an emotional basis with a little bit of safety and security, root chakra. Do you have a place to live? That kind of stuff going on. The last two cards, I think, are more in the predictive part of this reading. So the King of Pentacles is next. We had the Queen of Pentacles in the last spread, or the first card spread. So now we've got the King. So someone is ready to grow in to their full status from being in their head and all that sword energy. They're getting ready to be grounded because they're feeling the beginnings of love, real love for themselves and others around them in a healthy way. Let me repeat that, in a healthy way. Okay. The King of Pentacles is sort of someone who is coming into their own. Okay. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles. Harvest. You've watched everything grow. So there's a very distinct separation between the 4 and the 6. Did I say 6? Yeah, or 7. This between the 4 and the 7 of Pentacles, or coins, because you have watched you're watching your efforts come to fruition and pay off. Yeah, and I didn't even try this right now, guys, so I'm getting ready to exercise, so that's why I'm kind of just sort of like here. Anyway, because I imagine someone saying, wow, why are you looking so rough? It's like I'm getting ready to go sweat. That's why. So, yeah. Someone is in the immediate a little uncertain of what to do. They know what they want. They're a little uncertain. But for you, on the receiving end of anything, it's like you don't have to sit around and wait for that, because your life is your life. Live it fully. Take charge of your health and wellness. The person that moves from all that sword energy to the Page of Cups quickly understands that he or she is actually a King of Pentacles. Always was the whole time. Just didn't want to admit that. Or not admit it to you. The Seven Pentacles is where this ends up, with a sense of wellness and harvest. Harvest is a good thing. All right. Those 3 cards that we started out with, the very first 3 from our animal allies. Yeah. Nightingale with a sweet song. And healing. And that's emotional and physical healing. The Dove of Peace. And then the Frog. Be careful of your self-talk. That has come up repeatedly, I think, for a while now. Be careful of your self-talk. All right. And you don't have to rush anything, and you don't have to help someone come to grips with what they are and who they are and what they know. That has to come from within them, but you also don't have to wait around for it. You keep living your life. You do what's good for you. That's the message. You do what's good for you, because you know what that is. Other people will drift away, or they will come closer, but it's their call. And at least that way you know it's truly coming from them. And another phrase I'm hearing, and it's an old one. So, 1, some people will mistake your kindness for weakness, but they won't for long. 2, you don't have to worry about it. You just do you. You be the person you know how to be. And that's when everything falls into place. You don't have to do anything about anyone else except live your best life. Make decisions for you. And then don't let anyone steal your joy. That phrase, I'm getting that one too. And that's a good old phrase too. Don't let anyone steal your joy. Don't let anyone steal your energy. Don't let anyone steal you and your essence by you worrying so much. If it's a kid, I get it. But I feel like this is not a family member. I feel like this is more of a partnership. And not a partnership dealing with money, but dealing with emotion. And so it could be friendships or romantic partnerships. If you're dealing with a business partner, you got to be a little more savvy and make sure that they're handling money accurately. Okay, so that's a little different from this too. But this particular card reading, this particular situation is about either a friendship or a romantic partner. You worry about yourself. Don't worry about yourself. You take care. There's a better way to put it. You take care of yourself. Everything else will fall into alignment. Okay. Answers are going to be made clear. Just give that person time to sort themselves out. It's not your battle. Even though it feels like it impacts you in your life, I don't get that feeling or sense, because you're going to be so busy living your own life and working on yourself. You will attract what you need. So, but I do feel like the person on the other end of this is really doing some serious internal work as well as external work, and may surprise you pretty soon. Yeah. Something's building, something's brewing. It's not going to happen right away, but I do feel like you've got some good surprises coming, and they will be good. But that happens when you work on yourself. Okay? So self-talk is important. Be careful with the words you speak and think about yourself. Every time you get a negative thought about yourself or a situation you're in, immediately say, no, I reject that. And then create a positive thought about yourself. Okay? And I know it sounds like a Pollyanna approach, but I promise you it does work. And you're energetically saying, no, I reject anything that is negative about me or my life, because I know I'm treating people well. I know I'm doing the best I can. And it's not abdicating responsibility. It is embracing responsibility with the full knowledge that you know what you're doing and that you are holding up the highest and the best for all involved. Be honest with yourself about what you want and what you don't want, and make the appropriate changes. Well, I'm just all full of tough love advice today. This is a general reading. Please remember that. Okay? It is a general reading. And as with any general reading, it may not apply to you, or it may not apply to you today. This feels kind of like one of those, I feel like this could apply, it doesn't have a distinct time frame attached to it. Okay, so I feel like this one you could watch any day for the next couple of months and it would still apply. All right, I am sending you so much love and gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and we will talk soon. Bye.